Well, guys, the banks and the builders, right? They're asking for a bailout now.
Let me bail us out of this.
Who didn't see this coming? This is crazy. Banks and builders, they've been having a very hard time, especially with housing going the way that it's going. It's going on a steep decline, and these guys cannot take the heat.
This heat is just unbearable.
It's like I feel like a gecko.
They have to get out of the kitchen, so they're going to DC, guys, and asking the government, please, guys, get us out of this bind. So let's jump right into it, guys. My name is Orlando, and welcome to the channel. This is some good information for you guys. Once again, we're gonna give you all the details. It says the Fed crashed the housing market. Builders and banks want help. They need your money, guys.
Yeah, boy.
Your tax dollars, they need to get out of this situation. They need money. They're saying,
look, the rates have been raised by the Fed. You guys, the government caused us to lose business, so why should we take the fall for this? As a builder and a bank, no, please, you need to help us, the government, the US government, please bail us out. Taxpayer, please give us some money to get us out of this situation.
Lobbyists are scrambling to get help from Washington to goose the housing market as demand tanks in response to the rising interest rates and high prices. Listen, guys, we talk about this all the time. You raise interest rates, prices are going to go down.
That's it.
I know I didn't invent that economic the way that things work, right? Wells Fargo knows this. Bank of America knows this. These builders know this. They know this also.
Everybody knows that.
So as rates were rising, you would have thought that they would have had some type of plan in place to kind of help them get over a hump. Well, oh, they did. They did. They said, you're gonna bail them out. Oh, man. That was the plan from the beginning. They knew they were just gonna make so much money off of you guys buying these overpriced homes.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
And now they're thinking,
well, now we don't have to worry about this. The government and the taxpayer is going to bail us out. Oh, man.
there you go, guys. We got the answer. They knew from the very beginning that they were going to take the bailout money. Okay, it says here, groups representing builders, realtors, lenders are urging Congress and the White House to intervene to spur more home construction and boost affordability. It's an increasing urgent plea, with mortgage demand down more than 40% from a year ago and rates topping 7% for the first time in 2 decades. They're saying,
please, guys, we gotta do something. We need to make it like it was before.
they want the housing market to go back 6 months to a year, guys. You hear that? The banks, the lenders, the builders, realtors, all wanted to go back. Let's go back 6 months to a year ago so that we can make as much money as possible.
Excellent.
But here's the thing. If they make as much money as possible as they did 6 months to a year ago, prices will go up. That's what it is. It is supply and demand. And in this situation, prices will skyrocket back up because of cheap mortgages.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We have inflation that we have to take care of. We cannot ignore, guys. You're hearing this from me. We cannot ignore inflation. If we ignore inflation, it's over. We have to get inflation down. The Fed knows this, but the Fed doesn't care about the housing market. Hence, the reason why we have all these lobbyists coming out asking for a bailout. This kind of reminds me of a situation that happened a while ago that the same kind of bailout talk was kind of going on. I don't know. You guys can put it in the comment section of what does this remind you of? The housing slump is the economy's biggest casualty so far from a series of Federal Reserve rate hikes designed to tame inflation. Mortgage lenders, including Wells Fargo, have already laid off thousands of employees, and cuts are expected to continue. This is the reason why, and I just want to explain this to you guys. The reason why Wells Fargo, Bank of America, all these other guys are reaching out, and these builders are reaching out to you saying,
Hey, please bail us out, guys. Please, taxpayer.
let's look at Wells Fargo. This is happening right now, guys. Wells Fargo's mortgage staff braces for layoffs as U.S. loan volume collapses. Now, your question would be,
Orlando, how much has loan volumes collapsed?
well, I'm gonna give you an answer, viewer. The bank had about 18,000 loans in retail origination pipeline earlier this week for the fourth quarter. According to people with knowledge of the company figures, that is down as much as 90. You hear that? 90%. That is almost 100% drop in loans.
Hold up.
But it's 90%, guys. This is the reason why Wells Fargo is begging for your money right now. The reason why they're saying, please give us some money. Please open up the gates. Please, bring interest rates back down. This is the reason why they're asking for some type of leniency from lawmakers in a stimulus package by giving it to people to buy more houses, to get into more loans. This is the reason why they're asking for that. A 90% drop in loan origination. That is a killer for a bank. They cannot make money at that rate. So what do they do? What do I tell you guys that banks and businesses and companies will do first? They're gonna get rid of people and less marketing.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Those are the two things they're gonna do. And number one is always payroll. And that's what's happening with Wells Fargo. They're laying off thousands and thousands of people. Now, I know a lot of you guys were really going against me, telling me,
Orlando, but look at the jobs, the jobs.
we're not going to lose any jobs. And I know I was talking about this 4 months ago, and it didn't look like that was going to happen. But I could see the red flags. And now the red flags are playing out. Now we're starting to see more and more job cuts. We just got announced today that Meta is going to do a massive layoff, guys. And how many people are working at Facebook? Approximately 87,000 people. And Facebook is saying we're going to have mass layoffs. So what does that look like? Is that 20,000? Is that 25,000 people that will now be looking for a job? That is a lot, guys. I don't care what anyone says. That number is a huge number. And so you have to see these type of things. But let's not get sidetracked here really quickly. Why are home builders in the same bag that banks are when it comes to the housing market? Why are they asking for law changes, stimulus checks, and bailouts? Why are they asking for? Well, take a look at this, guys. This is just in the Detroit area. Metro Detroit home builders lack optimism for 2023. This is the reason why home builders are on edge. This is the reason why home builders are asking for money from you.
Okay, guys, show us what you got.
This is the reason why they're trying to give you incentives to buy a home right now, because they are in trouble. And when they're in trouble, when you're backed into a corner, especially as a business, you're gonna try to give as many concessions as you possibly can. Let's look at another situation here where it says housing market recession. Home builders warn collapse is unsustainable and prices could tumble another 20%. You see this, guys? This is the stuff that I'm talking about. These are the things that you need to look at to determine if you should buy a house right now. And if you're watching all of these videos that I'm posting and giving you an outline of actually what's happening in the market, you would think to yourself, if I don't have to buy right now, I'm going to sit on the sidelines right now, wait it out, let's see where this goes, and then come back around next year to see where things have fell.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
But I'm telling you, there are a lot of things that are still coming up that will determine how next year is going to pan out. And next year, guys, it's looking like it's going to be a doozy. There's a lot of things that are not right. We know that the holiday season is looking lackluster. We know that people's savings are getting drained every month. We're seeing things will get turned back on with student loans at the beginning of next year. A lot of things are coming due, guys, in the beginning of next year? And how will people respond to that? And we already know debt is being continually gobbled up. The American households are continuing to get more and more debt, which will be harder and harder to pay off in a recession, guys. So please, guys, keep your head above water. Continue watching these videos, because I'm telling you guys, there are some big things coming down the pike here. So please make sure you keep an update on all of my videos, guys. But I also want to hear from you guys. What do you think will happen from the government? Do you think the government will come in and save the banks and the builders like they're asking for? Or do you think the government will say,
Ha, we've been through this already. We're not helping you at all. We're wiping our hands clean, and what happens in the market is what happens in the market. We're not propping anything up.
do you think the government will do that? I don't know what's gonna happen, but I want to hear from you guys. Put it in the comment section, guys. Once again, guys, listen, you cannot get everything about the housing market by just watching this video. You cannot do it. So please watch this next video. I promise you, it will give you more information on this crazy housing market so you can make the best decision for you and your family. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.